How's it going, everyone? It's K Lumity here, and if you know me, you know I love monster trucks, and today we're going to be talking about a monster truck video game. We're going to be talking about Monster Jam Showdown on the Xbox Series X. Monster Jam Showdown is a really fun monster truck game. It's the latest one from the Monster Jam company, and it's a pretty darn good game that I think that if you are a fan of these monster trucks, you should definitely pick up. So let's jump right into it and talk about this game a little bit, shall we? So Monster Jam Showdown is a game where you get to participate in racing, you get to participate in some freestyle events, and also some of those drag races that the Monster Jam monster trucks are known for. And you also get a huge roster of monster trucks to choose from. You get some really cool ones. You even get some of the newer ones as well. You have some classics like Gravedigger and Max D. You have new ones like Sparkle Smashes in this, for example. You have a lot of cool ones in this game, and they're actually adding more through DLC. I'm personally not a huge fan of DLC, but it is there if you are wanting to get even more trucks. But the roster is already huge without the DLC, so the DLC is just a cherry on top if you just want a little bit of extra. But the actual monster trucks, they look great in this game. The graphics are fantastic. Each monster truck looks amazing. A lot of the monster trucks have multiple skins that you can put on them, so you can completely change the look and the color of these monster trucks, and I think the skins look awesome. And to unlock them, it's not like your basic, win races to unlock them. They all have their own individual, quests to unlock them, which is pretty cool. It all has to do with, doing different stunts and things like that, or winning a certain amount of races, or beating a certain boss or whatever. It all has to do with that stuff, and I think that's really cool. That's how you unlock your skins, and that's how you unlock the monster trucks themselves. So I like the way they do that. It's not just, do your race and just win the race. It's actually, complete these objectives within the race a lot of the times, and I think that's really cool. And I always like it when racing games do something different like that. So you have three big areas that you get to go to in Monster Jam Showdown. You have Colorado, you have Death Valley, and you also have Alaska. Three very different environments, which is really good. I'm glad that they gave you three very, very different environments. They give you a lot of different courses and events on each one of these, in each one of these areas. They give you your regular races, of course. They give you the freestyles. They give you extreme freestyles, which are really cool. Extreme freestyles are basically the regular, think of the regular freestyle events, how they do them in the stadiums. Well, extreme freestyle, you do them out in the actual, open, in the environment, in the, in the actual, canyons and in the forest and stuff like that. That's where you're doing the freestyle. It's really cool. I like that they actually just take you outdoors and you're just doing it outside of the stadium and you're just racing around the environment. I think that's really cool. So that's what the extreme freestyle is like. But you also have your drag races and stuff like that. And if you do enough of the races, or you do enough of the freestyles, or you do enough of the drag races, if you do enough of those, it will actually unlock one-on-one boss races, and you can race those bosses and unlock their cars. And I don't remember how many exactly there are in the game, but there's quite a few different boss fights, actually, and it will take you some time to get every single character unlocked. In fact, I beat the game, but I am still missing one monster truck. I still need to unlock one monster truck. I just haven't traveled enough distance yet, but to unlock almost everything like I have, and to actually beat the game, it takes over 10 hours. So it's a pretty decent length too. And if I want to get that last character, I'll probably have to race another, I'd say probably 3 or 4 hours just to get that character, if I'm being honest. Which is a little bit grindy, if I'm being honest, but at least it's giving you a reason to play the game. The way this game controls is very interesting, because when you're racing, it feels like a simulator, honestly. It feels very much like a simulator. The environment matters, the mud, whether it's raining or not, whether it's snow, all that stuff really matters during the race. So it really feels like a simulation whenever you're doing the standard racing or drag races. But when you swap over and you start doing the freestyle, it no longer feels like a simulation. It immediately goes from that to almost an arcadey feel, because the freestyle events, you can do whatever you want, basically. You can do backflips in midair without having to use any sort of specialized ramp. You can do barrel rolls anytime you want. You can do crazy things in the stunt mode, and it feels arcadey. So they did this blend of simulation with arcade, and it actually ends up being pretty fun either way. I think that they did a good job combining the two, and the simulation isn't overbearing. I think that it's actually done pretty well. So even if someone who's not used to simulation racers, I think even they will like this game. I'm not a huge fan of simulation racers, if I'm being honest, but I think they did it so well in this game where they kind of blended it in with arcade racing enough where I think they did a great job with the racing physics in this. One of the cool things about this game is that you can unlock those different monster trucks and those different skins, and then you can also basically set 3 of them to be your favorites, and you can have this little garage, and you can set up your 3 favorite monster trucks, and you can have them in your favorite like color as well in this garage, and you can have this like set up a diorama so they are posed certain ways and stuff like that. I actually thought that was a nice touch. So I put my favorites in there. I put El Toro Loco on one side, you know, I put Jurassic Attack on the other. And I put Monster Mud in there at one point. You know, you get to put a lot of different ones in there. I think that's really cool. I like that they give you just kind of your own space to personalize your profile and stuff. And it's not just the garage. They actually do give you a full-on profile to basically edit as well. You get different banners, you get different icons and stuff like that. You also get these different like nicknames for your little gamer tag up there and everything. So that stuff's always just a nice little extra addition to the game. So I like that stuff. You also get to choose your celebratory dance or whatever. You get to your victory, however you celebrate. You get to choose your celebration, and I think that's pretty cool actually. Overall, I will say Monster Jam Showdown is a really fun time. The racing's fun, the freestyle is fun, the mix between the simulation and the actual arcade-style racing and the freestyle is really cool. I like that a lot. I like the graphics. It's a beautiful game. This is probably the most beautiful monster truck game to ever release. It's good looking. It's a good looking game. The only real negatives I can really think about when it comes to this game would be the music. The music kind of sucks in this, if I'm being honest. Definitely could have done something better with that. The music, I don't want to say it's actually bad, but the thing is that they picked the wrong genre for this type of a game. For some reason, they picked cyberpunk sounding music, and that's not what I think of when I think of monster trucks. I don't think of cyberpunk. When I think of monster trucks, I think of like redneck rock. I think of like Rob Zombie and Nickelback. I don't think of cyberpunk. So they definitely went the wrong direction when it came to music, and it's a bit noticeable. And probably the only other negative would be sometimes due to the mix of simulation and arcade physics, sometimes the physics will get a little bit wonky and your car will just spin out of control randomly, and that can get a little bit annoying. So those are the 2 negatives I will say. Overall, though, it doesn't hinder the game that much. It's still really fun, and I highly recommend this to anyone who is a fan of monster trucks and wants a really fun monster truck video game. This is a great one, and I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. I've been waiting to play this for a while, and I'm glad that it ended up being as good as I was hoping for. So go check out Monster Jam Showdown on the Xbox Series X. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button down below for more reviews and other video game videos, and I will see you in the next one. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.